Whether you've been with us from the beginning, joined us somewhere along the road, or are looking at Destiny for the first time, anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same uncharted world. A vacuum-sealed experience begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
After all these years, we never talked about it. Why I brought you back. Why you were chosen. The truth is, I didn't know then. It was just a feeling. But I know now. After all we've seen, all we've lost, this fight might be our last. So I'm asking you, one last time, to rise.
Guardian, the Witness poses a dire threat. And the Witch Queen holds the answers we seek. But only if we contend with her sister, Xivu Arath. It rests with me.
Will you come back from this?
Do not be afraid.
Bring me your tithes.
You now wield Hive magic, and have entwined it with your light. Assault the Spire, Guardian, and open the way to our tithes.
Let them know fear.
The deck of whispers, and they do whisper. Fight in my name, Guardian. Every opponent you defeat strengthens me.
My appetite rises for your brutal tribute.
Let us show her what it is to be Hive.
You have sounded the horn of battle! You are deserving of the greatest death I can bestow.
Hey guys, what you just watched was the trailer for The Final Shape and the Season of the Witch, which the Season of the Witch is today's launch. So I'm gonna do a quick overview of, what this was, because, it was a showcase. So they sat there talking for an hour about development and yada, yada, yada. So, Season of the Witch is gonna bring some interesting thing. The Team Finder we thought was gonna launch with Last Wish? No. Lightfall. Then it's going to bring Crota's End with, and I'm happy about this one, with the Year 4 Chrome Armor from D1. Like, I would love for them to update the Vault of Glass and the Kingsfall armor to the Chroma armor as well. But, that is awesome that they're doing that. I love it. But, I don't know what guns they're bringing forward, because both Kingsfall and Vault of Glass are missing weapons. I am extremely disappointed that Atheon's Epilogue, the Void auto rifle from Vault of Glass in D1, was not brought forward. I love that thing, but that was not an auto rifle, that was an LMG. There's, coincidentally, the auto rifle from Kingsfall didn't make it in either. Which is weird. But, moving on. Then there's going to be deck building in Season of the Witch. Because, I can't name several games that have that as a core mechanic. Then those are some of the big things. They're adding the exotic rotator, with Dead Man's Tell, the one from Season of the Sheriff, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. My brain doesn't work sometimes, especially when I'm excited like this. And Final Shape will bring a new type of seasons, but there won't be seasons. They're doing away with seasons, and we will have what they're calling echoes. 3 echoes a year, with and it looks like 3 acts per echo, with each lasting about 6 weeks, for a total of 18 weeks, which is kind of similar. Let's see, which is just a little bit longer. Well, naturally, because they cut it down to 3, a little bit longer than the seasons currently last. I actually am interested to see what they do as sort of a battle pass thing, like the season pass is now. But that does very much interest me, and when I have the money, I will be pre-ordering this. The collector's edition looks awesome, and I wish I had the money to get it, but by the time I have the money to get it, it'll probably be sold out. I have other things that are a bigger priority right now. But moving on. This stuff looks really cool, especially they're adding new supers to the literal 3 classes I hate the supers of. I hate Dawnbringer. Dawnblade is crap, and if you watch me play, I am a full-on assault in-your-face player. So, screw well. No. So the new super for the Warlock looks amazing to me. Same with the Titan. I am not a defensive player, and the shield, it's okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's okay. Then, the Hunter is getting an arc super, which you throw an arc knife, blink to it, and then do a spin. And it looks like it either has the radius or more of the strand rope spin or a sword spin. There will be 2 new gun archetypes in Final Shape. I gotta get my expansion name straight right now. But in the Final Shape, there will be a new AR archetype and a new it was sidearms, I think. But it'll have like a kind of rocket sidearm or hand cannon, one of the two. The AR will be able to both deal damage and heal your teammates, which is very interesting. The biggest part I'm excited for is they were showing off concept art for different exotics that they were talking about, but they mentioned 3 specific D1 exotics. Dragon's Breath, which was the napalm rocket launcher. Kostov, which was the only gun in D1 to have variable modes similar to Revision Zero. And then Red Death. We kind of have Red Death. It's Crimson. Not the same thing, but similar. But, you know, I'm really interested to see what kind of changes will happen to the 3 of those. Especially with the Kostov, because the gun system, I should say, is completely different than Destiny 1's gun system. You would get a gun, then you'd have to level it by using it and getting XP for it. I thought that was an awesome system. It was cool, fun, I enjoyed it. You got used to the gun, and as you used it, it got more powerful. The only problem was the upgrade materials you had to sink in it too. Yes, D1 was littered with massive amounts of upgrade material farming. D2 has nothing on that type of farm. Don't even get me started on the Kingsfall. The 3 Taken King swords that were originally class exclusive, I think. If they weren't class exclusive, I made them in a way that made them more fitting to the classes. But not the point. So that'll be interesting. They're also doing a kind of flashback system where you could play key events of older DLCs. I've wanted them to do something similar, but not exactly this. I wanted them to do a thing where they let us go back and replay the entire campaigns that got sunsetted. Like, I enjoyed Red War. I would love it if they did this thing where, you know, you could go pick up a quest line from a vendor and something, and, you know, you could go and buy, like, the Red War campaign with in-game materials. Like, you know, Glimmer and Legendary Shards or something. Or maybe, you know, you have to do Glimmer and Legendary Shards and an exotic engram. Something like that. And then it would re-unlock the campaign, and you'd be able to pound through it, and whether you got to keep the campaign or it was kind of this one-off and you just have to pay again to get in. I think that would be a cool system. But that's just me. I enjoy replaying campaigns. Recently, well, it was a little bit ago, but I went back onto my Xbox, and while I don't have Rise of Iron yet, well, I did never buy it on the Xbox, I deleted my Warlock just so I could restart and play the entire set of campaigns again, because I enjoy playing campaigns. I don't mind restarting a character just so I can play it, but with how the campaigns got sunsetted in Destiny 2, I can't do that. I unfortunately cannot do that, which sucks. But, it is what it is. But yeah, those are like some of the biggest things I'm looking at for this season and the next DLC. Final Shape actually comes out exactly a year from the day Lightfall came out. It will come out on February 27th. So I'm excited for that. I'm hyped, etc., etc. And I'm hoping to see people to play with. With Crota's End bringing back the chroma armor from D1 makes me really want to farm the shit out of it. But we will see what happens. So, you know, it'll be interesting. This week, moving on from Destiny stuff, Gamescom is this week. We will have information on Synced. I believe there will be some information on the First Descendant as well. I will make videos on those two respectively. I played a Synced beta, and its concept was interesting and fun. It was a third-person shooter roguelike where you had this nanobot buddy. And there were 4 different kinds, and as you would do things, you could buy upgrades, and it would be, some of the upgrades were for you or your weapons, and some of them were for your nanobot buds, and those were really, really cool. Like, I loved them. It was an awesome, fun game. So I'm excited to hear something about it. But sadly, they announced that there would not be a complete, my brain just died again. It would not be a complete platform-wide simultaneous release, because they'd have to sacrifice things in order to release it on consoles at the same time as PC. And they don't want to do that. And I'm completely fine with that. I agree with that sentiment. And then First Descendant beta is in just under a month. I will try to stream that. I may not wholly stream that, but after the beta is over, I will have a video on my thoughts. I might, throughout the week, put thoughts on characters, because I will try to play every single character and see the changes, see how they feel, and see what I can do. And then it'll probably be one of the bigger games I stream on the days that I do stream. But that is all for today. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy your week.